The devils and witches are out. Shh, they can hear you. Her momentary giggles blend seamlessly back into sobs. They come in the darkest part of winter, in the space that joins the years and the days. This time is not safe. It's not safe. There have been omens, Mother. Listen. They've been saying that the snakes have been found in chickens' eggs and in herrings. Strange patterns on the leaves of the walnut trees, like someone put them there, burned them or something. All these marks of an evil woman, everyone's saying. Haven't you heard tell of the old Louve who haunts these woods? She snatches up little girls in her rotten, stinking jaws. Big old jaws, too, though she's a tiny thing. You can smell her breath for miles, they say, and she runs away with them, back to her little nest in the trees, spun of virgin's hair, where she sleeps tangled up in a knot of snakes. The old shrunken wolf woman, child-sized, with her trail of silver hair and her repulsive, wrinkled flesh. That's what they say, all right, and I believe them. People don't talk for nothing, you know. Just look at this weather. They say that if she sends these heavy ice storms, it's just like hell raining down, all right. The devil does her bidding. He does anything she asks. She meets with him in the darkest corners of the forest, where the canopy's so thick that the sun rays can't penetrate. And once they make love, he promises her gifts. So she asks him to send these balls of hail the size of snake eggs. A whole nest will hatch and come slithering into our beds like they did to Marie and her little ones. It's witchcraft, Mother. Please, just send her in the morning in the light of day, and I will accompany her. No one should go now. Everyone knows that this is the worst time. Mother, please have some sense. Mother slaps Perrette, who doesn't flinch, and tells her to have the woad bath prepared by this evening. You're looking flushed. Is that what's bringing on all this blubbering? Your tears are useless, wasting all your water, girl. I need the vat to be full so that you can start soaking the leaves tonight and have them ready to hang by tomorrow evening. Do you understand? We have a many days-long journey to make. You know you don't have any time to spare. The men in the crafts know too much about my mother, and they'll punish a hard-working woman for life. Shame how, nearly dead, she still hangs around us like a curse. She'll continue to do so when she's passed, I'm sure. Listen, I want a deeper hue, a richer blue than last time. That batch wasn't right. Something wrong with your piss. It has no stench. Not normal, never was a normal child. Listen, none of us can afford to waste too many tears these days. Nothing to replenish all that water with. The ponds might as well be dried up, the fields might as well be barren. No matter how clear or how green to the eye, the ponds and their fish, the fields and their fowl, nothing that springs from these lands belongs to us. Lissy's in a better place than this hell on earth, no doubt. She's in God's hands, so do you see me crying? You stay right there and get on with your work, and perhaps a woman will return in place of you. She turns to me, the seeded black loaf coarse and heavy in my hand. My eyes are averted, watching the creamy beige liquid slosh, as my hands tremble lightly under her stare. Go on, she says, tired eyes narrowing into slate-colored slits, her upper lip curling like something singed. You can already see the moon in the sky. And she takes me by the shoulders and pushes me softly through the opening in the wall. Like in my dream, the path I walk is carpeted in reds, but reds I do not envy. Muddied, paling, patched with snow. How strange everything looks in this warm evening light. These flowers aren't right, all dry petals and burnt-looking leaves. Winter, yes, but too much blood in the soil. Too many dead lie unburied in these fields. Too many craftsmen become soldiers, too many beggars hanging from the trees. I want the vermilion from the eggs of those tan-colored insects from lands far away, little blisters on the bark of an oak. This old cloak is threadbare, a melted afternoon orange, dusky gray where the colors faded. I walk slowly, taking in what I can before the twilight blackens and blots out the foliage and the ferns from sight, takes away the abandoned bones of deer like slivers of moon I stop to turn over with my walking stick. I linger with a mix of sadness and something else, something new, sparked by this rich scent of humus. I miss my sister, who has turned to earth now too, but that isn't all. Something in me rushes at the pine in the air, a pleasurable fear as I sense something unbounded before me. I had never been permitted to go this way on my own, only with Perrette or Lissy at my side. When I was small and fell ill, grandmother would make me an infusion of pine, so I gather up needles from the forest floor to bring to her and carry them in my skirt. My legs are numbing with cold, and I feel a pain blooming in my sides. It comes in waves, a dull pulsation emanating from my hips and dissolving throughout the rest of me. I kneel down to rest alongside the path and catch my reflection in a silver puddle. My lantern is dimming, but I find that I can see by the moon. The needles brush up against me through my skirt, and I can't name what I feel. I search for a word, but do not find one on my tongue. It feels better than needles have ever felt in my hands. I wonder if I'm losing my mind, whether I'm a witch child or changeling like Mother says. And suddenly I'm bleeding from under my skirt and onto the red rotting leaves. Everything smells of rot, and I'm just like every dying thing tucked to sleep underneath this blanket of leaves. I feel like a small sick animal. I watch the drops of blood dissipate in the water, pink rings expanding before they dissipate, color lost in the murk. When I was small and Mother taught me to sew, I began to take the needle when she wasn't looking and pierce my arm gently without leaving a mark. When her eyes were averted, I pierced my arm as if I were stitching, as if I were embroidering elegant designs onto my skin. I thought of what it might look like to embroider flesh. There was no blood, no pain where others might feel a twinge of it, just my strange, quiet pleasure. Almost as good as the caress of another, perhaps better. I wondered why I did not see others do this, or if I felt something that I wasn't meant to feel. I lay my face in the pine needles, feel their sting. I sleep this way and wake while it is still dark. There is that smell again, the one from my dream, and there is one before me on his own. I've seen wolves before, and at first I do not think that he is one, for he's dressed in such finery. He kneels down next to me and holds out some walnuts in his outstretched paw. As he comes closer to me, I see that his fine breeches and cloak are tattered in places. In others, they're spotted with what appears to be fresh blood. Young girl, why aren't you at the festival with the rest of us? Oh, actually, this is you.
That's 20, so.
Okay. Good. Okay. And then I'll later on give a context lecture. I'll be about 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's good. I just stopped being able to turn it off.
That'll be awesome.